Hey, welcome to another session. So it's obviously a lovely day here today, so hopefully we'll get a good little workout in and we can improve a little bit. Okay, so for today's session, you need two cones or two shoes, two obstacles, and then you need a basketball hoop and you need a basketball. Okay, so today we're going to work a lot on kind of our ball handling skills, a little bit of touch with the basketball, and we're also going to work on a little bit of finishing around the basket. Okay, hopefully you guys can see it's a little bit bright today, but hopefully you can still kind of see what's going on. Okay, so just to warm us up a little bit again and get us ready to go, what we're going to do, and we did this before but we've not done it for a few weeks, is work on dribbling over my cones or over my shoes or whatever I've got. So whatever you've got, put them next to each other. If you've got something bigger, maybe just use one of it. Okay, but for now, we're going to put the two next to each other. Okay, we're just going to have it right in the middle of where we are. Okay, all we're going to do is be in our basketball stance again. My chest is up, I've got good posture, my knees are bent. I'm working on moving that basketball to the other side of the shoes. Okay, other side of the cone. I'm just going to call these a cone for now. Okay, but moving it back and forth over the cone. Okay, so I'm just going to go straight away into 20 dribbles with my right hand like that. Okay, let's give that a try. Making sure I'm using my fingertips to control that basketball and really move it over my cone. Okay? Again, making sure I'm in that good basketball stance. Let's give that a try. Right, really moving that basketball over. Okay? So to help us do that, making sure we get our hand at the side of the basketball. Okay, I move it to the side of the basketball. I'm not going underneath it to lift it up. It's the side. And I'm just moving my hand over it to get that control. Good, keep going until we get 20. Alright, using that fingertips, really control that basketball. We're going to try and not move or step with it if possible. I want to stay in that good stance the whole time. Really get that control of that basketball. Good. Okay, again, take as long as you need on that. Once you've done 20 on your right, we swap and we do 20 on our left. Okay, let's give that a try, let's go. Oops. Really making sure you're using your fingertips to move that basketball. When it's at its highest point, we little touch and we move it to the other side. Good, keep going. Really using your fingertips, really trying to stay in a good basketball stance as much as possible. Good basketball stance. Good. Okay, once you've done that, what we want to try and do now is using your right hand, I want to try and dribble it around my shoes or my cone. Okay, I still want to stay where I was at the start. Okay, so I'm not kind of running around it and dribbling. I'm staying exactly where I was at the start. And with my right hand, I'm bringing it over and round with as many dribbles as I can. I'm really trying to get low and dribble that basketball. Okay, so I don't just want 2 or 3 dribbles and round. As many little dribbles as you can to get all the way around. Okay, we'll give that a try for just a minute or so and then we'll go and see if we can get 5 times all the way around. Okay, let's just give it a try once or twice first though. Alright, really little dribbles with your fingertips. You want that basketball low to the ground and using my fingertips. Little touches. Really get that control of that basketball. Moving it all the way around. Okay, let's try and go for 5 times all the way around now. Okay, start at the bottom, all the way around, that's 1. Keep going until we get 5 times all the way around. Okay, let's go. Little touches of that basketball, really get that control. again, you can stand as close as you want to the cones to make it easier. So you can stand all the way here if you want, if you think being closer is easier to it. Or you can stand further away and lean, it's up to you. Alright, but little touches of that basketball. Always using your fingertips. That's where we get all our control from. Using the fingertips, get that control of that basketball. Good. Once you've done 5 times round that way, we're going to swap to our left hand and we're going to do 5 times round again. Okay? So take a second to practice with this left hand because it's going to be a little bit more difficult. Okay, little touches with this left hand. Really get that control. Really use your fingertips to push it to the floor. Okay, let's try and go for 5 times round now. 5 times round, my cones. Alright, start at the bottom, little touches with the fingertips. Alright, make sure I keep bending my knees. For this, you do have to lean over a little bit so we can't be really chest up, but I still don't want us kind of standing and leaning all the way. Okay, I still want to have my knees bent as much as possible. Okay, let's go. 5 times all the way around. Really get it low to the ground. The lower you can dribble that basketball, the better. Alright, little touches, as many touches as you can, all the way around. Really using your fingertips, really getting that control of that basketball. Good, keep going. Keeping those knees bent, using your fingertips. Good. Good. Okay. So, moving on. What I want us to do now is put your 2 cones or shoes, or whatever you're using, slightly wider than shoulder width apart. So this is shoulder width apart, slightly wider. Okay? And we're just going to work on our crossover a little bit before we do some of these moves and go into a basket. Okay? So, the reason I've got these cones out is I want to work on getting my crossover nice and wide. Okay, some of us when we cross over we're just keeping it at our body. Okay, you want to get it out as wide as you can. Okay, so I'm in my good basketball stance. I want to be dribbling outside where my cone or shoes are, not like over it. Just take a step behind it, but further to the side than it is. Okay. Then what I want to do, we'll do 3 dribbles and then we'll cross over. Okay. After I've done my 3 dribbles, I'm crossing over and I'm getting it wider to the other side again. Okay. Let's go 5 dribbles. We'll do 5 dribbles to get a bit of control. Okay. Once you've done that 5 dribbles, it's low and it's to the other side. Okay. So I'm really trying to get that basketball wide and outside from where my cones are. Okay. So as well as getting it outside and getting it nice and wide, we want to have it low and in the middle. Okay. So when I'm here and I take my 5 dribbles, it's a low crossover and then it's nice and wide. Low crossover, nice and wide to the other side. Alright, really try and get it as wide as you can to the outside of your body. Because if you think about why we're using a crossover, it is to change direction and get past the defender. So if I'm dribbling up to my defender, I just cross it here, they're going to be staying in front of me. Okay? So if I've got it nice and wide, my defender has to move to where my ball is. Okay, so they're already going to be over this side, it's wide to the other side, and I've got all this space to go and attack. Okay? So getting it wide is really important, and getting that nice and low. Okay? Let's try and do that 10 times. Okay, we're trying to have 10 crossovers. So we go 5 dribbles, then we cross nice and low, 5 dribbles and we cross it back. Okay, let's give that a try. Using your fingertips to push that basketball low and get it wide. Low and wide. Alright, really try and get it to the side of your body. Good. Now we're getting the hang of it. See if we can have a quicker cross. Whoops. Again, we don't mind if you're losing the basketball. We just want a quick cross. We want to be pushing ourselves. Once you've done 5 dribbles, quick cross onto the other side. Again, really focus on getting that basketball wide. The wider we can get it, the better the crossover will be, the more efficient it will be. The more likely you are to get past your defender. Good, keep going. Really get it wide and really get it low in the middle. Low crossover. We don't want to have it high. Again, that defender might be able to reach and take that basketball. Okay, we're going to imagine their hands are out, boom, low and underneath where their hand would be. Underneath it. Okay, good. Last thing we're going to do before we do some of this to the basket is I just want us to see if we can do just 5 crossovers but without a dribble in between. Okay, so take a couple of dribbles to get ourselves started. Then I've got low crossover, and I'm getting it wide every time. Every time the ball is coming wide, and it's low in the middle. Okay, let's see if we can just do 5 of those, and then we'll move on. Okay, nice and low, getting that basketball wide. Try and not take a dribble afterwards. Just cross it straight back. Alright, really get that basketball wide. Oops. And really keep it low in that middle. See if we can get 5 in a row without dropping it or having to take a dribble. Good. Okay, we'll stop there for now. I'm just going to move it on to a finish at the basket. Okay, so we're going to try and put them all together, what we just did. So, what we're going to try and do is put your cones or your shoes together. Okay, and we're going to try and do all 3 of the things we just did. Okay, so I'm going to start on my right hand. Okay, I'm going to try and do 5 dribbles over my shoes. Okay, then I'm going to try and go round it once, and then I'm going to try and do a crossover and go shoot. Okay, so what that will look like, I'll do it facing you guys to see. Okay, is I'm going over 5 times. Once I've done that, I'm going to try and go all the way around. Then I'm going to try and cross over twice, and then I'm going to go to the basket and either shoot it or take a layup. Okay, we're going to try and do 3 there by going to our right, and 3 by going to our left. Okay, so I'll show you that going to the basket, and then you guys can get practicing and try it. Okay, that's what it's going to look like. So over 5 times, round it once, cross over twice, and then we go to the basket. Okay, so we're just trying to put all the things we just worked on into one little drill, going to the basket to shoot. Okay, we go 3 on this side, and then we're going to swap, and we'll do 3 with our left hand. Really try and pound that basketball, get that control with the fingertips. good. That's 3 on that side for me. So now what I'm going to do is the same thing, but I'm starting dribbling my left hand over it. Then it's my left hand all the way around, cross over twice, and I go to either a left hand layup or I go and shoot it. I have to go to the left hand side. Okay, we did 3 on that side as well. Don't worry if you do add it and you kind of forget the order, as long as we are getting it over it, then we're doing a circle, then we're doing a few crossovers and we go to the basket. Okay, I think that's me done 3 on either side. Obviously you guys pause it and take as long as you need and just keep practicing at this. This is something that's, again, we worked a little bit on moving that basketball, but going around it and doing a quick crossover is a couple of different things that are new. Okay, so just keep working on it and keep practicing. Hope you guys enjoyed that.